another weekly weigh-in video. If you are new here, hi, my name is Rachel and I have lost weight using the 1-to-1 Diet by Cambridge Weight Plan. This was my 36th week on plan. Started plan back on the 28th of December 2020, so Christmas just gone, and yeah, this was my 36th week. It's been a bit of a roller coaster of a week, but a massive thing has happened this week, and I am so happy to say that I lost another pound this week, meaning I hit my 8 stone loss, which just feels like a massive achievement. I feel like that's like a person, like I've lost a person, and that just seems insane, like absolutely insane. So yeah, I couldn't be prouder of myself. I am so happy, and to get that, which is basically now towards the end of my journey with weight loss and moving into maintenance, but to have that like achievement just feels really big, and I'm really proud of myself for that. So yes, another pound this week in a week that has been a roller coaster. So another week on step 3, completely stuck to plan, using Gousto like I've mentioned before, which is making things so easy. Like honestly, if you are about to step up or you are interested in stepping up, but the idea of prepping and meal planning is quite overwhelming, which it was for me, then Gousto is just such a good option. Super easy to pick from their low calorie meals. They've got so many under 600 calories, and it's such a good deal if you've got like a discount code. Absolutely not an ad, but as I always say, Gousto, if you want to, by all means, pay me to talk about you, because I absolutely love their meals. I've done it again this week, and I have got a code, so if you are interested, it's in the link in my bio, or you can message me and I can send it over. But it means you get your first week for like 15 quid, which is just such a good deal. This week I've had some really yummy meals, and I've got some more to show you throughout the next week as well. So if you're ever interested in what I'm having on step 3, there is a highlight on my page full of step 3 meals. There's also a step 2 highlight and a product highlight as well, so go over there and check that out, because it will give you so many good recipe ideas. If you maybe aren't interested in trying those services, you can just have a look and then kind of adapt the recipes. So yes, really enjoying step 3. I've been out running again, so the last time I updated you while I was going into week 7, I've now completed week 7 and was able to run for the 25 minutes. And then yesterday I completed my first 28-minute run on Couch to 5k, which seems incredible. Like I feel like I can now call myself a runner, but I'm really enjoying it. Like I enjoy getting out and having that like freedom, and that's what I always wanted from running. I was like, I see these people running and they just look so free and like they're having a good time, and I want that, and I feel like I am getting that now. So excited to get to week 9 next week, which is graduation week, and I feel like it's quite special that that's going to happen just before the Slimmer Awards. I feel like to get this 8 stone milestone, which is kind of like the big milestone I'm going to hit in my journey, because I'm only a couple of pounds off now where kind of I want to settle, and to then be able to get that Couch to 5k kind of like graduation as well, it seems really special, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it, because I thought I would hate it. Like I've never enjoyed exercise, always hated things like running, and yeah, don't be wrong, some runs are hard, and like I'll be running, I'll be like, my legs feel like sand, like I feel like I cannot keep going, but you just have to tell yourself you have to, just one foot in front of the other. And I always remember what Becca said on our live the other week when she was said that she was going out to do like a big climb, and she was like, you just put one foot in front of the other, and that is, I am adapting that and taking that on board with running as well, and just being like, just keep going, you can do it, and you can. And then at the end, nothing beats that feeling when you finish a run and you've done it. You just feel remarkable. So yes, really enjoyed that. If you haven't attempted exercise before, if you're on a suitable step for exercise, obviously wouldn't recommend it for the steps 2 and below, but if you are on a higher step and you want to incorporate exercise, honestly the Couch to 5k has changed not only my relationship with exercise, because I think the people that, like Jo Wiley, I picked to be their like motivator, talk me through it. And just when she talks about her experience with exercise and running, and finding an enjoyment for it, and not doing it as a punishment, or like I have to do this because I eaten bad food, or have to exercise but actually wanting to do it, because she tells you a bit about her journey with that. I think I've taken that on board, and I just feel like I can relate to that a lot. So yeah, they have a couple of different trainers on there, and it's just, if you're very goal oriented, like I'm very, very goal oriented. Once I set a goal and like I want to go and achieve it, then the Couch to 5K is fantastic. And you don't think it's going to do anything for you. Like, I did not think when I started it that I would get to a place now that I'm in week 8 and I ran for 28 minutes. Like, that's pretty much the 30-minute target, isn't it? Like, and I felt good. Like, I felt good doing it. I do find, like I say, when I'm running, I get to moments where I'm like, oh my God, my legs are really heavy. And then if I can get past that, then it gets enjoyable again. And then, like, every so often I get that, like, I don't know if I can carry on. But if I just push through, then I start liking it again and I start getting to a place where it's comfortable again. So I highly recommend it. Completely free app. It's by, I think the BBC made it in conjunction with the NHS, and it's just fantastic. Love it. Cannot rate it highly enough. And I am loving seeing like Georgie, Rossi, all doing it as well. Like, I just feel like this is incredible one-to-one diet Couch to 5K group. And it's just incredible, really good. And to kind of follow on from that, a big goal I set myself at the start of the week was to hit 10,000 steps every day. It's not something I've ever really achieved. I've always thought that it's like way too high. I've been like, who the hell set that target? That target is ridiculous. Like, when I started plan, there was days I wouldn't do more than 1,000 steps if I was in the house all day. But every day this week, bar one, which we'll talk about in a second, I have hit 10,000 steps. Currently it is 1:45 and I'm on 8,500 steps, and me and Poppy went out for a really long walk this morning because it's going to be quite warm this afternoon. But yeah, I feel like just so proud of myself, and I feel like this is where I think you feel that shift, in that I no longer feel that immense sense of pride or that immense sense of accomplishment when I step on the scales necessarily, which you get on the early stages of the plan because it's like result after result after result. But what do you do when those results slow down? What do you do when you don't get a big number on the scales? You have to look for these things outside of the scale that you're proud of yourself for, that are not solely what your body looks like or how much your body weighs. But I'm now proud of what my body can do, and like those little things that your body can do today that it couldn't do last week, those are the things that you then want to find like pride in and get like a feeling of accomplishment from. And I'm very much finding that at the minute, that I'm more proud of what my body can do versus what my body like maybe weighs or looks like. So yeah, the exercise is really helping with the shape of my body, which I've talked about before, and you can see on my grid I've got loads of pictures over there if you're interested in going and seeing some more. So yes, 10,000 steps a day. I've been super proud of that. I didn't get it one day this week, and that is because this week I battled tonsillitis. It was horrendous. Felt like death. Hated every second of it. Yeah, it was really, really bad. Took a COVID test to be sure it wasn't COVID, and then the doctor, when I spoke to them, they were like, you've got tonsillitis, you need antibiotics. So I'm still on antibiotics now. I'll be on them for a couple of days. Obviously checked in with Jem, and I'm absolutely fine to be doing what I'm doing now. But what I would say that is really interesting is how quickly I feel I've bounced back this time compared to when I was ill before. I genuinely think it's because my body is healthier and fitter now than it was before. I feel like I would have struggled much more before and been ill for longer. And actually, I found as well when I was poorly, the one day I literally couldn't do anything. I was so sick, I just lay in bed all day. But then the second day, after I'd had like a round of antibiotics, I had some painkillers, I actually felt like I wanted to go out and have a little bit of a walk and get some fresh air, and I never would have been like that before. And we went out, we had a walk, I sucked my products. Oh my God, those cold shakes on my sore throat were literally the best. And obviously they're full of vitamins and nutrition, so that's like the perfect thing when you're poorly. So yeah, like I feel like I've bounced back quite quickly. My voice isn't like pretty much back to normal. My throat still feels quite tender, but it's fine. Like it is, I'm getting there, and I feel a million times better today than I did a couple of days ago. And it just goes to show you, like, it's all those things outside of weight loss, like, you know, what we think of, like the scales or clothing, that you realise you've done for yourself. So like giving myself a healthier body was always a big thing. Obviously I started plan because Jamie got COVID, and I was scared over, you know, if I got ill, what the effects would be or the side effects would be of that. And to feel my body be so poorly and then feel like I've bounced back so quickly, I mean, is there anything better than that? Like, that is literally what I started this plan for. And I just feel, yeah, like it's just been a good week for stuff like that, even though, you know, you may look and say you've lost a pound, but actually that is one thing. I so much has happened this week that has been a positive. So yeah, and I had such a lovely response from everyone from my post that I put up yesterday, just talking about kind of body confidence and your body after weight loss and the realities of that. Honestly, I was so nervous to post that. It's not anything I've ever put out there. I never really put bare skin out on Instagram or in the internet, and yeah, I can't explain how nervous I was, but it feels really, really good to have done that post. That post kind of says it all. There's nothing more I can really put to words at the minute. I get a little bit like choked trying to talk about it as well, because it is like, it's a very, very personal struggle, and I think we all feel that, and I think that is the problem, is that we internalize that personal struggle and we don't speak about it, so we don't see that representation out there. And I felt a real responsibility to kind of put that out there to show everyone else that, you know what, if you lose weight and you don't end up looking like a surfer chick with like flat toned body, that is absolutely fine. Your efforts and your worth and all of that are not measured by the tightness of your skin or flatness of your stomach. And I hope that that kind of resonated with everyone. It feels like it has, and that makes me feel really happy about it. So yeah, last full week before the Slimmer Awards. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good week. Obviously this week I've got a bit knocked back because of being poorly and because I'm on my period. So hopefully we can get a good loss now before Slimmer Awards the week after. I am gonna really just stick to what I'm doing. Like I don't need to anymore. I just need to stick to what I'm doing, get out for my runs. I'm gonna try and run a little bit more this week now that I'm feeling better. And yes, hopefully we have a good week. But as always, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I will look to go and answer them. My live this week is with my lovely husband, Jamie. So if you have any questions, there's a question box over on my stories, so you can pop over and ask them. And yeah, I will check in with you throughout the week. But yes, thank you so much for all your support and lovely messages. And I will talk to you all later.